and welcome back to my channel. So I'm super excited about today's coaching video because today I want to ask a question, and that question is, are you living your best life? And I want you to really think about that. Are you living your best life? So that's what we're going to talk about today. So Oprah Winfrey made these 4 simple words famous, and those 4 words are live your best life. So we're going to jump right on in and start talking about how you can live your best life. So number 1, realize your full potential. Give your best effort to everything that you do. And if you don't listen to anything else or remember anything else I tell you today, I want you to remember this. Give your best effort to everything that you do. I don't care how big it is or how small it is, what audience it's in front of, or if it's just something you're doing behind the scenes. Give it your best. Even if it's not something that you want to be doing, you should still do the best job you can. Giving less than 100% won't make you feel better or bring any positive rewards. Number 2, find your place and your purpose. Some people spend a lifetime finding their purpose. The key to finding your place in the world is to be open-minded and trying different things so that you can discover what it is that you love, right? Number 3, know your limitations. It's important to recognize your full potential, but you should also recognize your limitations. Think about what you're good at and try to cater to your own skill set when you make decisions. And that's kind of a no-brainer right there. Number 4, be mindful. Be present in the moment and carefully considering the things you encounter in your life. This kind of meditation and self-awareness will help improve your life by allowing you to enjoy it more and take stock of what is truly important. And I made a little note in my notes to suggest to you that you may want to try a hatha yoga class, because taking hatha yoga, if you've ever taken it, it helps you get clear on your thinking is so clear, and not only does it relax your body, but your thinking is so clear. And I actually taught a beginner hatha yoga class. There's a lot y'all don't know about me, but I did for about a good 5 years, maybe 6. But I taught a very nice class, and I taught it in a gym setting, but I also used to teach it for seniors at 2 different senior assisted living homes. Now mind you, they couldn't get on the floor, so we would go through the breathing exercises and we went through the stretching and all of that. And so of course, you know, at the end you go into your corpse pose where you allow your body to just relax. Well, since they were sitting in chairs, I didn't want to rob them of the ability to have their corpse pose moment. And so when we got to that part in the class, I would have them take a nice deep breath, and what they would do is just kind of slouch down and relax in their chair, let the head fall and the eyes close, and we would hold that pose for 5 minutes. And I'm talking to them in a very soft and soothing tone, reminding them to breathe. Inhale deep, exhale slow, and the class was so amazing that by the time the 5 minutes was up, and you know, you try to slowly, you tell your class to start to move their fingers around the toes, and you know, start to wake the body back up. But they were so relaxed that most of the times I would just have to quietly turn my music off, pack out my little bags, and leave, because those folks were knocked out. And so of course, you know, there was a staff person in the room with us, and she would always say, you know what, don't worry about it, just go ahead. And I would just leave them just like that. They'd be so peacefully resting. And then it got to the point that when I would come, they would say, can we skip all the breathing and the stretching? We just want to do the corpse pose. And I'm like, no, we have got to do the other stuff, because that's going to segue into doing your corpse pose. So I actually kind of miss doing that. So I said all of that to say that, you know, you really do want to try a hatha yoga class. So number 5, work with a life coach. I am a life coach, so you know I love this. Sometimes making decisions can be difficult, and it will help you to make mindful decisions if you have someone to talk to about your ideas. Talking things through can lower your stress and anxiety levels, as well as give you more confidence in your decision. And let me put a pin right here real quick. A lot of times people have a hard time making decisions because they don't feel confident in themselves. And so working with a life coach, be it myself or anyone else, what I like to do is I always make people understand that you have confidence within you, but you've got to dig deep down in there to find it. Number 6, focus on the positive. This is so important because everything is as you perceive it. Let me say that again because I like that. Everything is as you perceive it. Choose to look on the bright side of things and find the positive aspect when possible. If you perceive a situation as being negative or a situation that's not going to work, that's what it's going to be. So everything really is as you perceive it. Number 7, be appreciative of what you have. No matter what your situation in life is, you have things to be grateful for. Take some time to reflect on what you do have so that you can be happy in the moment. And you know what? I'm a firm believer in this. I'm a firm believer in this. I have always been thankful for the things that I have. I don't ever sit around whining and griping about the things that I don't have. You know why? Because I'm working towards getting the things that I want that I don't already have. But I am always grateful for what I have. And I always say, Lord, thank you for the things that you've allowed me to have and the places you've allowed me to go. Because if you don't allow me to have anything else or go anywhere else, I am still going to be thankful and I'm still going to be happy. So you have to appreciate what you have while you work towards getting what it is that you want. Number 8, avoid jealous thoughts and behaviors. If you find yourself feeling jealous, try focusing on what you have instead of what others have. Think of the things you're thankful for in your life and practice being grateful. Number 9, stop complaining. Can't stress this enough. Stop complaining. Whining is a very negative trait and it will not attract positive people in your life. Period. And y'all, we all know somebody that just complains all the time. And in your mind, you wonder, well, is anything ever good in your life? Because you always seem to complain. Stop complaining, y'all. Number 10, live an active life and a healthy lifestyle. Living your best life means being healthy and taking care of your body. The better you treat your body, the longer it will stay healthy and functioning well for you. Y'all, that is self-explanatory. If you are not living an active and healthy lifestyle, then I would suggest you start doing that right now. Don't wait till tomorrow. Don't wait till next week. Don't wait till next month. And for God's sake, don't wait till next year when you make your New Year's resolutions that you're probably not going to stick to. Start now living a very healthy and active life. If you're not a gym person, well, I know it's cold outside now, but most rec centers or community centers have indoor tracks. Go to the indoor track, walk a mile. Usually most tracks, I think a mile is 4 times around. Well, go walk that track if you're not a gym person, but do something to get out here and get active. Okay. Number 11, make active decisions. Think about what you want in your life and go after it. Be decisive in your daily life and in your long-term goals. Don't let others pressure you into making decisions that aren't right for you. Let me put a pin right there. That is the one thing that bothers me to the core of my being. When I hear someone say, oh, so-and-so, my family, my friends, somebody, they want me to do this, but I want to do that. Well, then guess what? Don't do what they want you to do. You do what you feel is in your heart and your soul that you want to do. Stop letting everybody else tell you what to do. You've got to be decisive. When you're indecisive, that's enough to drive you crazy in and of itself. So make active decisions that will better, that are the right decisions for you and that will better you. Number 12, be proactive. Don't sit around and wait for things to happen to you and for you. Go after what you want in your life. Because I'm going to tell you something. You can sit around and wait all you want to, but 9 times out of 10, that ideal job or that ideal business or that ideal thought or whatever it is that you're trying to do is not just going to fall from the sky into your lap. I can pretty much promise you that. You have got to get up and do that thing or do whatever it is that you need to do to get what it is that you want. We had a guest preacher many years ago, and he's what we call a son of metropolitan, meaning that he was an associate minister at our church before he moved on to pastor his own church, and he was Reverend Marvis May, who is since he's deceased now. But this man was a preaching somebody, and one day he was preaching. He talked about how someone is praying for a job, but you're sitting at home in your living room waiting for this job to come. And like he said, the job is not going to come to you. You got to get up, put your shoes on, because God is not going to put the shoes on your feet. You get up, put those shoes on, and then you go out there and to wherever it is that you're looking for this job. The blessing of the job will come, but you've got to get up and do your part. So I said all that to say, you have to be proactive in whatever it is that you're trying to do or I should say, you have to be proactive as you try to accomplish the goals that you've set for yourself. Get up and do something. Here's your bonus, because y'all know I love bonuses. Be willing to invest in things that matter. Let me say it again. Be willing to invest in things that matter. Most things in life take time, right? Whether you're trying to make a marriage work or create a successful business, all endeavors worth pursuing take time. If you want to live your best life, be willing to put in the effort for the things that matter and give it time. So, in other words, you cannot get up tomorrow, start a YouTube channel, and think your business is just going to be overflowing. Now, let me put a small pin right there, because I do believe that blessings come when they come. And so it might be that could happen for you, but for the most part, you've got to be willing to put in the work. You've got to be willing to give it some time. I can't tell you how many times I talk to people and they've started an endeavor, whatever, depending, I'm not sure. I don't have any specifics to give you that I can think of off the top of my head, but they started some kind of endeavor, and this endeavor did not manifest itself the way they want. I'm sorry, as soon as they wanted it to. And you're like, well, when did you start this? I like to call it a quest. But when did you start this quest to do XYZ? Oh, I've been at it for a couple of months. A couple of months? I'm like, a couple of months? No, that's not long enough. You need to give it some time. I could see if you had put it a year and that thing has not manifested itself, then you can go back and say, okay, over this past year I've done ABC. So I'm going to mix it up. Let me try XYZ this time. You see what I'm saying? But you've got to give it some time. We live in a microwave society. I love that term, where we want things to be instant, right now, right now, right now. We want it right now, but life just does not work that way. So you've got to be willing to invest in the things that will make you better. And let me say this too, real quick. Invest in things that will make you better include investing in you and your business. So sometimes you will have to sign up for a workshop. You will have to sign up for a retreat. You may need to sign up to work with a coach to help you get where you need to be. It's all about investing in you. If I am trying to lose 60 pounds, which I'm not, thank God, but if I was trying to lose 60 or more pounds, then I may need to invest in a personal trainer. You see what I'm saying? So you've got to invest in something or someone that can help you get to your goals. Now, I'm not saying you need to form a marriage where you are just there forever, but invest in it, get things started, and then get out there and make it happen. So let's do a quick recap. So today we talked about living your best life, and I gave you some tips on how to do that. So number one, we said realize your full potential, find your place and your purpose, know your limitations, which is very important, be mindful, work with a life coach. Hint, hint, I am a life coach, so work with a life coach. And let me just say this real quick. You don't necessarily have to live in the same state that I live in for me to coach you, just so you know that. Focus on the positive. Be appreciative of what you have. Avoid jealous thoughts and behaviors. Stop complaining. Live an active and healthy lifestyle. Make active decisions. Be proactive. And your bonus, be willing to invest in things that matter. And I promise you that if you do these things, you will be able to live your best life, because that's really what I want for all of you. That is what I want for myself. So that is all I have for you today. I thank you guys so much for giving me just a little bit of your time each week, that I may speak life into you, because that is my goal, to speak life into people. I've had the unfortunate privilege of meeting so many people who feel like life is not really worth living anymore for whatever reason. Some big, some small, but for whatever reason. And so I just have decided that it is my goal in life to speak life into as many people as I possibly can. Okay? So, I love you guys so much. Thank you for those of you that are subscribed to my channel. If you happen to come across this channel by accident, please be sure to hit that subscribe button, because I have so many wonderful things coming up this year and I don't want you to miss out on anything. So until our next video where I speak life into you, I want you to have a wonderful day. Enjoy the rest of your week. And don't forget, live your best life. You deserve it. Until next time, take care.